just gonna.
Yeah, but here you can't tell it anyway because what do they? I was speaking to my brother this morning. What do they grow here? Potatoes and carrots. Come back to Isaac.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Come back to
Just have to
Isaac.
go
If you go to go further there and let the people walk. Okay.
The book of Malachi.
This is what's coming. This here.
What is?
This.
Chapter 1, verse 4.
You sure?
I'm gonna read it.
Alright, when is it?
We're gonna read.
For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven,
What's gonna make the place burn as an oven? Read on.
Nuclear.
and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Right, so you're gonna be stubble when he's coming.
Everything is stubble.
You know what? You know if you burn something, what's left after you burn it? Stubble.
Ash
The
and bread.
small bits of,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
ash and
Stubble.
bread.
Stubble, that's what's called stubble. You know?
And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
So it's going to come. Get me around about Zechariah as well. Then get down Isaiah 51, 16. Bring that together. There's plenty of scripts here. You've got to look on, you've got to do is look on this. Scripts, you know what I mean? Are burning, you
Oh,
understand?
yeah. It says here, Zechariah chapter 13, verse 12.
Right?
And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
So this is going to happen because they've done it to us. See slavery? Yeah, where's your father from? Huh? From Jamaica then, yeah?
No, my mum's from Jamaica. My dad's from Maroon.
Where's Maroon?
It's in a small island in the Caribbean.
Alright, so you're Caribbean, so obviously
Yeah, the
you're
Caribbean.
Benjamin, yeah? Right, so how do we get to them islands? Slavery on slave ships.
Yeah, boats, yeah.
That's how we got here, right? So obviously, where was we prior to that? We was in the west coast of Africa, where we fled, because a white man has been our number one nemesis through time, right? We've always had butting heads with them. And like today, George Floyd. He's the only, you don't see a Chinese man with a knee in his neck and get put to death. You hear about the black guy that got shot 60 times the other day? They fired 90 shots at him, and 60 of them killed him. It only happens to us because a white boy is our number one enemy. Right? He's known as the Edomites in the Bible. Right?
Great.
The great man.
Nice man.
No, he's good. He's saying great. Ain't great to you.
No, that's great.
Right. Like the red.
The red man.
Yeah? The Edomite, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? So as we say, through history, us two have always clashed heads. It goes back to a blessing. The blessing is to rule forever. This is what the white man talks about in his films about ruling forever. But the Bible talks about us, the Israelites, the world is made for us. We're going to rule. The next rulership is us forever. But first we have to go through a thing called Jacob's trouble. As you can see, we're on the brink of World War III. We're on the brink of famine. All we've got to do, we've got Google all these things happening. Yeah? And by the end of this year, we're talking about there's going to be food. You can see, you go in the shop, some of the shelves are bare. There's never been a time like this. But all these things is culminating because what they've done to us. So the Lord has said, I'm calling back my people before it hits the fan. Because if you're not coming back to him, you're going to get caught up with white.
What do you mean come back to Israel?
Keep the law, statutes, and
It
commandments.
says coming back to Israel.
Coming back is keeping his law.
Israel.
No, coming back is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
And is that keeping the Sabbath as well?
Yes, Shabbat,
Not
all of
Friday
that.
and Saturday.
No, it goes by the moon.
No, but we're supposed to keep Friday and Saturday Sabbath,
The
right?
Sabbath is directed by the moon.
I'm talking about the Jewish. We have to keep.
We're not Jewish.
No, but
We are
what
the
they do,
Israelites.
they keep Friday and Saturday.
No, no, I'm
I'm
telling you,
answer
no. Friday and Saturday, no.
So
Because
when is the Sabbath
I told you, we go by the moon.
When is the Sabbath then? What's the Sabbath? Friday, Sabbath. It's not Friday and Saturday.
We go by the moon. We've got a lunar calendar. All we've got to do is Google.
God says keep 1 day, 2 days for him. What day is it? Sunday, Friday or Saturday?
It changes, it
I'm
varies.
asking you, it's in the day of the
It
week.
varies. I'm trying to
What day?
explain it to you.
Why do we go to church on Sunday then?
Because the white man told you,
Right,
solar
why
victors.
do 7-day Adventists do Friday and Saturday?
Because everything is by the white man. He's
Why
trying
do
to
Jewish
keep you
people
away
keep
from your
Friday
God.
and Saturday? Because it's
Just
a
read
day
the
for the God.
scripture.
So that's not a day for the God then.
He's not listening.
So it's still the moon now.
It goes by. Well, do you know what the moon? Where we get
No,
the,
what day
where we
of
get
the
the
week
term
is-
month from? It comes from the
You
moon.
can't answer the question, man. What day
I'm
of the week?
answering, but I just told you it
Friday
varies.
or you said
No, it varies. They never had
Why-
Monday,
why do
Tuesday,
they do
Wednesday, Sunday. They never had a clock.
So through the
Yeah,
moon.
it goes to the yes. They used to have it go by the
Friday,
moon.
Saturday.
Yes, no, never had Friday and Saturday. That's what I'm trying to say. Saturday comes from Saturn, and Sunday comes from Solar Victus, sun worship.
So
Do you
what-
understand?
So we go by the
These are
moon.
modern days. Yes, we go by the moon.
One day in the mountain.
Yes, it goes by the count 7 days on the moon cycle. So whatever that day falls on is the Sabbath. Do you understand me? It's not one day Saturday, Friday to Saturday. That's what.
It says Saturday in the Bible.
Show me Saturday in the Bible.
It says Saturday in the Bible.
Show me. I'll give you a Bible. Show me
But
Saturday.
it says Saturday in the Bible.
Yeah, look, I'll give you a Bible.
I can't
Show me
go through it
Saturday.
now.
Show
I
me.
can't go through it now.
Show me. I've got a Bible here. Show me Saturday in the Bible. Saturday comes about Saturn. Yeah, I've got a Bible here. If you can show me Saturday in the Bible, I'll pack up and go.
It says Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, show me.
I can't remember where it was. Can't remember. So I won't go through it now.
Isaiah 8 and 21.
It's too long for me to go through it now. I've got to really sit there and study it to find out when it says Saturday.
Don't
I saw
say,
Saturday.
we won't never find that in the Bible. I'm telling you for a fact, you won't find that in the Bible. Now read that, Isaiah 8 and 21.
Isaiah chapter 8 verse 21.
Right?
It says here, 8 verse 20, it says here, to the law and to the testimony,
Right?
they speak not according to his word. This is because there is no light in them.
Right, so you've got to speak according to this word. It doesn't say Friday and Saturday. Get the one where he says about King Solomon. Let me get King
No,
Solomon.
this was when is the Sabbath? That's what I
I
want to
just
know.
told you, man. I ain't going to repeat myself
Right,
again.
when is that
I
going to
just told you.
happen? When is that going to happen? When is the new thing going to happen?
Let me get the thing. Let me get the let me see if I can get the lunar calendar. Lunar calendar. Let me see if I can show you.
No, he doesn't.
Ah, we got it here. This is the lunar calendar, yeah? Let me show you
I'll
something.
do something while you're first researching.
Here's the lunar calendar. Right? This is when Shabbat comes in. 7 days after that, right, is the next Shabbat. So 4 cycles. Right? Not Saturday and Sunday. Whatever time you count from that, it falls in, that's when the Sabbath is. So you go by moon cycle. Full moon. Yeah? The moon, this is when it comes to the moon. Yeah? 7 days. Yeah? That's when the Sabbath is. So it might fall on a Sunday, it might fall on a Thursday, it might fall to 7 days when you go for a Saturday. So you don't really do Saturday. People do Saturday and Sunday because it's more easier to do it.
Why do Jews do Friday and Saturdays every
Because they're not the real Jews, you're a real Jew. They're faking the funk.
They keep, I've got a book at home. They keep those customs.
The moon
because,
cycle.
It says it in the,
The new moon. 7 days.
It says it in your book as well, the 13th tribe. But they keep those customs because that comes from the Jesuit. Remember the Greek? You know about the Gregorian calendar, which we follow today. Where you get Augustus. Saturn comes from what is it? That the planet. What is it? Who's the guy that what is it? Coined. I can't remember the guy's name though, but it was these are all Grecian.
They're little Greek church, yeah. Mythology, it's all mythology.
Going back to that question, when's that going to happen?
Oh really? I was so sad.
Says in 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
And how did you visit the world? Let's see.
It says here, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in
We're
the
seeing
world.
them things now, they have earthquakes regular now. We're seeing uproars. Recently, in Greece, there have uproars. Italy, all these countries now, there's uproars of the people. because they're finding out that their governments have been lying to them.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah, they're all over the world now, uproars. They ain't really hit the fan yet.
But when's Russia gonna launch that missile? That's what I want to know.
There's not a specific day where he says
Yeah, but is
Russia's
he
going to
gonna
press
launch
that
it?
button.
Is he gonna launch it? No.
The Lord is going to take control of it.
No, but is Russia gonna launch that? That's what I'm
Are you
asking.
not listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's in front of you, bro. It's Isaiah. So you
The
telling
Lord is going to take
me,
control
we know
of it.
that, but
and
is he
launch
gonna
it.
do it? Is Russia gonna do it, or is it gonna be somebody else?
The Lord is going to take control of it and launch them.
So it's not gonna be North Korea then.
Bringing them all together for the great day.
I know Russia is definitely gonna launch a nuclear. I know that for a fact.
Alright,
Because there's only so much they can suffer, and he's gonna say, I can't take no more, and he will press that button.
Yeah. Good job as well.
And we all say
This
we're gonna
place
burn.
needs
The
cleaning
people who
up.
don't believe in
It's
God
been
are gonna
reputation.
burn, right?
Well, not just believe in God, but if you don't come back to your, if you don't, it's not about, because if you can't just call on God, you gotta know the Lord's name.
Yeah, of course.
Because his name's not God. God
Yeah.
says his time.
Either you're gonna be baptized or saved through Christ. Yeah. And we're talking Christ, no?
Well, this is Christ. Christ is getting his name.
Yeah.
I'm being baptized by the time that's one of that.
You're baptized in what?
My name's already in the land. Cool.
Yeah, but who
Baptized under Christ.
what's the name? Exactly. Like Christ is who?
What?
What's his
What's his
name?
name?
What, Christ?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
That's
not
not
his
his
name.
He's the
name.
Lord.
That's not his name.
Well, what is he called?
That's
Shabbat?
not his
Shabbat?
name.
Shabbat, his name
Not
is?
his name.
Oh, who's it?
Let's continue with the lesson. His
What's
name is
his name?
Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. That's their name.
That's the name of Jesus.
So it's it.
There wasn't no J to 1630, so his name can't be Jesus.
So it's it.
Well, that's what it says in the Bible. And you're reading the Bible.
Where did they get? How did they write the Bible? The Bible comes from the Hebrew scrolls. Right. So Hebrew is way far out from English.
And his name is Jesus.
The only reason we got it in English so we can understand today.
And Jesus.
Right? All right. You call on Jesus.
Now,
You
it's
call
the
on
name in
Yahweh.
the book, brother.
Yeah. All right.
In the Quran,
Yeah.
it says Isa.
Not
Isa
Alright,
is Jesus.
read
But
that,
then,
read that.
what are you not preaching, man?
I know. We don't know nothing out
I'm
here.
trying to save myself or my children, but you're not even helping me.
I'm helping you, but you're not listening.
You're arguing
You got-
with me.
remember-
and I'm saying, what am I reading then? Because I've been
Remember-
telling you the stuff I've been reading from the Bible.
Remember,
So what am I reading?
you got one mouth and two ears.
Doesn't matter.
So what does it tell?
me
What's that
what I'm
telling you?
reading,
What's that
man.
telling you? Do more listening than talking.
It's not about that.
Yeah?
I'm trying to talk to you, man.
I'm
You got all of this
telling
here
you,
and
but
trying to
you're
shout
just
it.
not
Why there's
listening.
not a lot of black
Reader.
people on this, on the YouTube? Where's the rest of the black people doing this then?
All around the world.
Yeah, on the YouTube. No one else.
Round around the world. Deaf. That's not our people. Deaf's coming to our people. Because they think it, they don't take nothing serious. But we've got to blame white people for this, because they're the ones who destroyed us. Because he smited with madness. Deuteronomy 28 and 28 says, the Lord shall smite you with madness. And he's been smitten with madness, I'm telling him, but because he's a knucklehead, he can't take it. He can't take it in. You know what I mean? But we can only do what we can do. The Lord said, who has ears to hear, let them hear. He has been blinded. Isaiah the 60th chapter, smited with madness, gross darkness. He ain't gonna get it.
It says people are hard-headed.
Yeah, but it's not that he's hard-headed. He's hard-headed, but he's gone anyway. You can see that he can't.
He's not firing on all four
Yeah,
cylinders.
he's a couple of his cylinders are not firing properly. Read that.
So it's it.
We've got to blame Whitey for that. That's all we've got to keep blaming. The cracker, he's the one. He's the one to blame.
Chapter 12. Stuff from 1. Remember now that I created the days of thy youth,
Right?
while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Right, so our people don't realise there's evil days coming. Like him and that. Oh, you're the only people out here. No, you're not listening. No. You're not listening, Jake, because you become a reprobate. Your spirit is not right. I bet he smokes weed and cigarettes and all kind of eat pork and because he's just completely covered in the spirit of Satan. Yeah? But we can only do what we can do. We can prophesy and tell them. If they don't hear it, our blood is off our hands. That's what the Lord said. Come out here and tell them the blood is off your hands. So when he gets put to death, there's no blood on our hands. Yeah? We tried to tell him, I showed him the lunar Sabbath, the moon comes in on the new moon, but he didn't know. Friday, what are you talking about? It says in the Bible, Jesus. I told him, the name is Yahweh Shai, from the Hebrew scrolls. Jesus spoke Hebrew, so obviously it's going to be in Hebrew, but he gave us, in Isaiah the 28, he said, get that quickly. Isaiah 28 and Proverbs 20. Try Isaiah.
When I got there at 10, he was
Live his
Isaiah
life.
chapter 28.
he started at 1.
Yeah.
But then at 1, he was like,
Whom shall he teach?
I'll start from that. So it says, whom shall he teach knowledge?
Right?
And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Not that guy.
Them that are weaned from the milk
Right?
and drawn from the breast.
And what does that mean? You have to become like a little baby again. He weren't, you know, oh, Jesus is ringing. He wasn't conducive to listen to the Bible. It's not our words, it's what the Bible says.
Yeah, like, what's a specific day and time.
Yeah.
when the milk, but he's not the only one though, so you can't really, because we've been dealing with men like that for years, but at the same time, our people want a day and time so they can do whatever the fuck they
Yeah,
want to do.
and then,
2
when it
days
comes near
before,
that
they'll
time,
be like,
yeah.
oh shit, quick, let's
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's an Edomite mentality. They made a movie about it. What's it called? And Rihanna and what's his name was in it? This is the end.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And all of a sudden, what is it? He fell on his knees and prayed after doing all that bullshit. They made it was a parody comedy thing. Because that's the Edomite thing. And then it was like literally when they went to so-called heaven, it was mixed or whatever. And what is it called? It's basically Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that's what our people think. They think the mindset of Esau. You know what I'm saying? They could just get down on their knees and repent. It takes time to repent and change. If you can't
Just
lose
in
weight,
church.
if you can't lose weight or Rome wasn't built in a day, so you think you can just repent in a day? You know?
Yeah, but we got to realise is Christian church in Esau has done a number on our people. Yeah?
Esau's done a
It's
lot.
that perpetual Christian church breeds reprobates.
Probably grew up in a
No
single
understanding.
parent,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Mum
Curses, all that piled on top. Like you can see in his eyes that he's gone. I was explaining to him that he's gone.
He's not humble enough to
Yeah,
or not
because
even
when
there
it is
enough
when they
to
see-
receive that answer.
When they see someone that looks like them, they got no respect for it because it's the curses. If it was white people up here, he'd be
He'd be
here
more
with pure
attentive,
teeth, he'd have his pen and his paper out, and he'd be, yes sir, 3 bags full sir.
Yeah, he wouldn't
Yeah?
have beaten as well. He would have waited until he got down the road until he started eating. Anyway, it says here.
Let's continue with the word of the Lord.
that's why I said,
It says here, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 2.
Right.
While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars do not darken,
Right,
nor
that's
the
your knowledge.
clouds return after the wind.
Right, and that's the knowledge he's talking about, because right now they've still got a bit of their knowledge. Yeah? But the Lord is going to take all that away, he's going to darken everything they think they know. Because right now they're having problems. They're saying, well, how are we going to work this out? How are we going to do this? Want to read them?
It says here. On the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Right, knowledge.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 19, verse 15. It says here, "Neither shall there be any work in Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do."
Right, and let's talk about modern day Egypt, because Egypt was destroyed. Because there'll be no work for this place. This is modern day Egypt. And as you can see, the jobs are imploding rapidly.
Especially as
Yeah.
Esau's trying to bring in that artificial intelligence. So he's letting people go so that he can
So he can bring in these androids and shit.
Yeah, like the superstores and that. He's letting a lot of people go so that they can do self-service checkouts.
Right.
And all that stuff.
They don't need the people no more. Like the brother said, they've got artificial intelligence, so they don't need this. These useless eaters, that's what they call them. You don't need these useless eaters no more. Yeah? So they can bring androids and robots to do their job. Yeah? Read them.
That day shall Egypt be like unto women, and they shall be afraid and feared because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh hosts.
Read that again.
Says here, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women.
Right, when it talks about Egypt, it says, in that day Egypt shall be like women. Egypt is talking about America. When it talks about women, when any catastrophes or anything happens, even when she's giving birth, she becomes vulnerable. She'll be like women, yeah? As in, can't defend yourself. So Egypt's going to be like women, yeah?
Yeah, because when a woman's like in the midst of giving, there's have you seen the what is it called? What's that Netflix special? Money Heist. You got that part where she's giving birth.
Okay.
The woman that was trying to catch the professor. You seen that part? But basically, I'm kind of spoiling it for you, but she's basically in the midst of giving birth. She's helpless. She can't. She's supposed to have him a hostage to bring him into the police, isn't it? But she has a baby on the way.
Right.
But when a woman has a baby on the way, there's nothing she can do.
Yeah.
The baby's on the way.
Yeah.
So she has to now turn and ask him for help to deliver her baby.
Yeah.
But she was supposed to she was trying to capture it.
Okay.
So she has to set him free. Because it's like, there's no other option. You don't see it.
Oh,
So
it's
it's either that or the baby could have survived or something, isn't it? Because where it was in a dungeon or whatever, it wasn't sanitary for a baby to be.
I haven't seen
delivered
all that.
there
I haven't seen
anyway.
all
Yeah, that's
of
way.
that.
You gotta go in the way.
How many parts is there to that? Because that goes on and on, doesn't it?
No, it does end, but
Yeah, it goes,
not that.
I see all different. The cop become by him. They do robberies with her and all that. So yeah, goes on and on.
But let's,
Another story.
let's not digress. It says here.
Yeah.
It says here. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women,
Right, Egypt's going to be like unto women.
and they shall be afraid and fear because
Right, there
of
you
the
go.
shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which shaketh over it.
Right, so the Lord is going to shake. He's already beginning to make them fearful. Because as you can see now, crackers are coming against cracker. It's not one-sided no more. When the Edomites had the power to destroy the other nations, now they're fighting, white men's fighting against white men, so it's an equal sword play. So now he's making them frightened, and now China's in the background coming up as well. So they got weapons as well. And the Americans are saying our army is not strong enough. They might spend twice as much as everybody else on their army weapons, but you need people to use those weapons, and they're not in the right mind frame to use it. You've got LGBTQs in their armies, transgenders, and like we said, they've got all different races. That don't make the army conducive, don't make it a fighting unit, because it's segmented. The Chinese are Chinese people, the Russians are Russian people, Iranians are Iranian people. Yeah? But the so-called white man, the European man, he's got different nations mixed in his army. He's always been like that from the Romans and the Greeks. They've always had different nations mixed in their army. And that's what's going to cause them to lose the war. The missiles are going to blow up in their face as well, but that's what's going to cause it. Their army's too weak. You know what I mean? Read them.
Just here. Something back. It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 2, and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble,
Right.
and the strong men shall bow themselves,
Right, this is the army, the keepers of the house are these ruling class. Yeah? And the army men are going to bow themselves. Yeah?
they're promoting that shit hard now, isn't it? Because that's like a
Well, no.
yeah, no, because they want Jake to look up and be like, no, like that's not our, you know what I'm saying? So we've got to push harder to show them yes. You know what I'm saying? Because they're looking up to say,
Not even that.
But
Because the Lord said, mine, not one of mine.
shall be,
Sin, but he said, the sin not one of mine shall. So we're just prophesying. If we just keep doing what we're doing. You know what I mean?
it's
Because
reserved 7,000.
remember, like I said, that film there, they black people fight against the chariots. So it's making Jake say, oh, when you see them, they're, you know what I mean? They're enemies to you. So try and fight them. You know what I mean? Yeah, so he's saying that's your salvation. Pray to them because they're coming to, that's the chariots of Israel. No, he's telling them to totally
To fear them so that you're scared so that you can attack.
dismiss,
Yeah.
yeah? Even try and fight against them. That's what he's saying.
We'll have to start bringing out that "Be Not Dismayed" at the signs of heaven, man.
Yeah.
Because that's Esau pushing that. What's the word? Be dismayed at the signs of heaven. So we're gonna have to come out with that scripture. Be not dismayed.
Finish
because-
on Jeremiah 10th
Yeah,
chapter.
because that's that vibration he needs to push. Because he knows that that's the chariots coming back. Like he
Yeah, but who
needs
he's
people
going to get,
be-
he's going to get.
Yeah.
No matter what, he's going to get who he's going to get. The Lord has already sealed who he wants already. We're just going through the motion. So if Esau does that, he's only going to get the ones that the Lord allows him to get. So with that,
That's what's gonna build up the Jake and the army to get there to fight, isn't it?
yeah, not just straight, all of them.
So see,
Like who's the head of the army now? Some black guy. American
General.
army. Yeah, who's the actual head of, not a general, the head. He tells the general to do this. The black guy. Yeah, there's a black guy who's the head of the army now. Yeah? So they're going to use Jake to do that. If they see Jake, oh, it's an high fight now because we got a Jake in a high position in the army. He's not stupid. The white man, remember, he's wiser than Daniel. And he's coming to his end now, so he's going to use Jake. Jake is the man he's going to use when it comes to warfare. You understand? The greatest strategicians, is what they call it.
strategist.
Yeah, strategists were Jake. You know what I mean?
So see, strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few.
Let's talk about the jobs.
And those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Right, that's all their dreams and whatnot. They're looking out the window, their future.
The aspirations.
Yeah, was darkened. Remember, I was talking to someone the other day. There was a time when they coined the term a job for life. Can't coin that term anymore. Yeah, there's no such thing as a career or a job for life anymore. Just keep one after the other, isn't it? They're really pushing that, isn't it?
It's just the other day I told you about that, isn't it?
Yeah, and I saw the thing, I saw the trailer for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I saw it once, I was like, nah, I gotta tell you about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's probably why, because I didn't even want to go cinema.
Stay out of the sun, mate. You're looking as red as hell. Put your put your factor 50 on. You need it.
Put some butter on, you're looking like a lobster.
Stay out. Where's your hat, mate? Where's your hat? Put your hat on. All you're lacking is some horns. Looking like the devil himself.
Butter on a lobster. That fact to 50 is like butter on their lobster skin, isn't it?
He sort of knows he's finished, man. Look, he knows he's finished.
You better, if I was in, I'd
Yeah.
just max out the credit card.
Yeah, he knows he's finished.
It's over. It's
It's
it.
over for him. Looking as red as hell.
Manchester United. That's why it looks stupid when they wear that pink shirt. They just look like a freaking a prawn, innit? Like krill.
Red as hell, man. Devil.
See, and the doors shall be shut in the streets.
Right, the door's going to be shut. There's plenty of doors shut. Well, right, my door was shut, mate. The door's going to be shut in the street. Right? Well,
That's just like prior to the COVID thing as well. See, when the sound of the grinding is low.
right, the time of the work. I'm going to the grind. That's what the Jake says. I'm going to work. No, I'm going to the grind. When they're low, when we're heading that, they're getting lower and lower, man.
He shall rise up at the voice of the bird.
Right?
He have no alarm clock.
Yeah, that's what it used to be. It wasn't an alarm clock. It used to wake up. That's when you knew it was morning. And the birds.
Or the cock or something.
Yeah.
And the cock crows or something.
Cock and the birds.
They chill on, they go on the fence and do the noise. Yeah, like to me, it says, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Right? All the daughters of music, all these things. These,
Entertainment,
Yeah.
no one's gonna
No.
be interested in that. It says here,
and the
also
music's
when-
shit now anyway. All this traffic, you know, slow shit.
It says here, also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden.
Right. And the
This-
grasshopper is like the plague. It's like another plague.
Yeah, it's
The
really difficult
locust.
to get your food
Yeah, I remember they had the plagues of the grasshopper, what are them other things they call? They turn the grasshoppers to locusts.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah?
they could just
They're a grasshopper family. You know what I mean? But these ones actually fly. You know what I mean? And they say it's going to be a burden. They're already a burden. We're in that time of the burden now. Because they're eating up the crops. You know what I mean? They had a problem in America recently. With the rabbits, and you've got the grasshoppers, and you've got the other ones. Like you said.
And they had mice as well. Like,
Yeah, but I'm talking about this birdie, the cricket said this actual play game, the locust or whatever. He said grasshopper. He said
the grasshopper should be available.
Yeah, right.
Because the locust is a family.
Yeah, it's a family of the grasshopper, the locust and the grasshopper and the cricket. They're all the family. And that's the burden. It's burning for them now. That's why they're taking everything to the lab. 3D printed meat. Yeah? That's the devil. What vitamins are going to get out of 3D printed
Devil
meat?
can make 3D food.
Fucking man's the devil, bro.
There's no word. You know,
Yeah.
people say, name something up in one word. Sum him up in one. He's a devil.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
the devil.
other word.
He's a devil
There's
word.
no other word, man. You don't have to swear or curse. That is just
Yeah,
a
he's the devil, yeah.
Call it what it is.
El Diablos.
It says here,
Devil.
it says here, and when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, because no one's going to be picking fruit and
It's going to be picked already. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because at that time, you remember shops are going to be thinking, and everyone's going to be looking for food. Oh, let's go to the berry tree. And it might not be in the season when they're even there. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know when it's going to
They
happen.
said that in a flight during the winter, there's nothing in the fucking winter. Nothing in the trees. You know what I mean? Unless we're going to start eating bark and all that. Just to try and fill your belly, anything. That's when these people start eating each other. You know that fucking, these people over here can't eat without food. You know the white man can eat food raw. So he's going to have a field day. He's the only one who can have a belly full of meat like that.
It says here, and desire shall fail because man goeth to his long home. Right? Because people are going to be homeless. You're not going to have a place to call your own abode.
Right.
Especially when you have to keep moving because you've got marauders and in the city things are going down, like what's the word called, anarchy and stuff like that. So you're going to have to just find anywhere you can go. So people are going to be mourning because they're going to be looking at the floor. You know when people are walking and taking a stroll, innit?
Yeah.
Like, because they ain't really got any place to go, they just walk, they're just strolling.
Yeah.
Because they ain't really got any destination. It says here,
Wanderers.
yeah.
Vagabond. Vagrant.
Exactly. So it says here. And the mourners go about the street, yeah. The mourners go about the streets because they're homeless.
Right?
You just see them strolling up and down. It says here, or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern. Then shall the
That's
dust
just
be
talking about everything jacked up. You know what I mean? Because this society's broken. Yeah? In that day, everything's like, right now we can still go to shops and still do our whatever. But in that day, everything's going to be broken out of sync. There's going to be nothing for people to do. You know?
Yeah, this is the picture